Right. Next one, precipitation reactions. So what is meant by precipitation reactions? So examples we are going to discuss. So before going on that, let us understand what is precipitate. So please make a note of it. I am going to write here. Precipitate means a precipitate is a solid substance which is separates out in a reaction mixture. Separates rates out in a reaction mixture and itself is insoluble in water. Itself insoluble in water. This is the definition of precipitate. So a precipitate is a solid substance which is separates out in a reaction mixture and itself is a water insoluble. Those reactions in which if you have got precipitate, that reactions categorized as precipitation reactions. Generally, precipitation reactions are double displacement reactions, but all double displacement reactions are not precipitation reactions. Please make a note of it. All precipitation reactions are double displacement reactions, but all double displacement reactions are not precipitation reactions. If you have got precipitate in a reaction, that must be considered as precipitation reactions. Okay, ma? Right. I have written already the precipitates according to our syllabus. So lead iodide, yellow precipitate; copper hydroxide, blue precipitate; copper sulfide, black precipitate; barium bromide, white precipitate; barium sulfate, white precipitate; silver chloride, white precipitate; aluminum hydroxide, white precipitate; calcium carbonate, white precipitate. Now let us discuss one by one. How will you get these precipitates? What are the reactants required to get these precipitates? Get ready. Please make a note all this. Right. So now let us have a talk. Formation of yellow precipitate of lead iodide. Please make a note of it. PbI2, yellow precipitate. This is a yellow precipitate. Yellow precipitate. To get lead iodide, we require two chemical substances. One is, write down, one is lead nitrate. Lead nitrate. Second one is potassium iodide. So lead nitrate and potassium iodide. Please remember, both are colorless substances. Both are colorless substances. To get yellow precipitate of lead iodide, we need to take aqua solution of lead nitrate in the test tube as shown in the figure. Lead nitrate, aqua solution of lead nitrate, which is a colorless substance. Colorless substance. And in another test tube, we need to take aqua solution of potassium iodide. This one also colorless. This is aqua solution of lead nitrate. This is aqua solution of potassium iodide. Both are colorless solution. When these two solutions are mixed together, then you will get yellow precipitate. Yellow precipitate of, this is a precipitate, PPT. Yellow precipitate of lead iodide. So now let us write equation here. Listen carefully. Lead nitrate, PbNO3, taken twice. Aqua solution we need to take, and potassium iodide, Ki. Right. Okay. Now we have to know the ions present in this compound because of in case of double displacement reactions, exchanging of ions taking place between the reactants. So lead nitrate split up into Pb2 plus and two nitrate ions. Please remember that. Two nitrate ions. Potassium iodide split up into K plus and I minus. Positively charged ion of lead nitrate combined with negatively charged ion of potassium iodide. Positively charged ion of potassium iodide combined with negatively charged ion of lead nitrate. Exchanging of ions taking place. One more important point you need to remember in this one because of here lead dye positive Pb2 plus. It required two iodide ions to get neutralized. So that's why we need to multiply the potassium iodide with 2. Then you will get 2K plus ions and 2I minus ions. 2K plus ions and 2I minus. Then you will get PbI2 lead iodide. It's a precipitate lead iodide PbI2 plus potassium nitrate. Two molecules are the KNO3 potassium nitrate. So this is a balanced chemical equation for this reaction. Is it clear to you, my dear? Right. Okay. So yellow precipitate of lead iodide. So very important example because of based on the color you will get the question in the examination. How the question will be? Listen to me. So what will be happen when lead nitrate solution is added to potassium iodide? So textual exercise. This is you will get this question in textbook as well. So please go through the textbook once. So when potassium iodide and lead nitrate mixed together, you will get yellow precipitate of lead iodide. Okay. So please remember this is a very important one. Okay. Next one. Let us take one more example. Or before going on that, let me say one more point. We get the question in the examination like this. When potassium iodide mixed with lead nitrate, you will get yellow precipitate of lead iodide. If lead nitrate is not available during this experiment, and which chemical we need to use to get lead iodide? Let me repeat the question. To get lead iodide, we need to use two chemicals. One is lead nitrate and potassium iodide. If lead nitrate is not available in the lab, which chemical you need to use to get lead iodide precipitate? So instead of lead nitrate, you can use lead acetate. Please make a note of it. Lead acetate. This is a lead acetate. So this is a very important bit. Lead acetate. Instead of lead nitrate, you can use lead acetate as well. So please remember this. Is it clear? Right. Now, let us take one more example. Right. Formation of black precipitate of copper sulfide. Copper sulfide is a black precipitate. Colors are very important, my dears. Black precipitate, you will get copper sulfide by the combination of hydrogen sulfide gas when passed through copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. These are the chemicals we require to get black precipitate. Right. So let us take few ml of copper sulfate in the test tube as shown in the figure. Copper sulfate. This is a copper sulfate solution. We should take in the form of aqueous solution. Now, let us pass the hydrogen sulfide gas, H2S gas, hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide. Please write down the name, hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is a gas with a rotten egg smell. Rotten egg smell. Rotten egg smell. The characteristic smell of hydrogen sulfide is rotten egg smell. Right. When hydrogen sulfide gas passes to the copper sulfate, blue color copper sulfate becomes black and formation of black precipitate is taking place. Black precipitate. Black PPT. Now let us write the equation. Hydrogen sulfide H2S plus copper sulfate CuSO4 gives it split up into 2H plus ion and 1 sulfide ion. It split up into Cu2 plus and 1 sulfate ion. Exchanging of ions taking place. These two are combined with this one. This is combined with this. Then you will get black precipitate of copper sulfide and you will get H2SO4 aqueous solution. This is the precipitate. Color is black. Is it clear? Right. Please make a note of it. Very good. These are black. Please, I am enclosing this equation in the bracket. Right. Okay. The formation of black precipitate of copper sulfate. Next one. Copper hydroxide. Blue precipitate. Copper hydroxide. So colors of precipitates are very important, my dears. Copper hydroxide is a blue precipitate. It is obtained by the combination of two substances, that is sodium hydroxide with copper sulfate. Take few ml of aqueous solution of copper sulfate in the beaker or test tube as shown in the figure. This is a copper sulfate aqueous solution. What is the another name of copper sulfate? Blue vitriol. Blue vitriol. And drop few ml of aqueous solution of caustic soda. What is caustic soda? Yes, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is called caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide is called caustic soda. Right? Next. When sodium hydroxide is added to aqueous solution of copper sulfate, you will get blue color precipitate of copper hydroxide. So let us write the equation. I am using this here. Sodium hydroxide split up into Na plus and OH minus. Copper sulfate split up into Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. We need to multiply the NaOH with 2 to get equal ions. right? Then you will get copper hydroxide CuOH taken twice plus copper hydroxide and sodium sulfate Na2SO4. In this one, this is a precipitate PPT. The blue color precipitate. Blue color precipitate. Because of so this positively charged ion combined with negatively charged ion of copper sulfate, and this copper ions combined with negatively charged ion of caustic soda. Exchanging of ions taking place at the same time, precipitation formation taking place. So blue color solid settle at the bottom. And this is called precipitate. So this is a formation of blue color precipitate. Is it clear? Right. Please copy that. Next one. So now let us have a talk. White color precipitates. White color precipitates. This one very important example, that is silver chloride. Silver chloride. Silver chloride is white precipitate, white color substance. So it is formed by the combination of two chemicals, that is silver nitrate and sodium chloride. Both are colorless solution. Silver nitrate and sodium chloride. Take few ml of silver nitrate solution in the test tube as shown in the figure. Silver nitrate solution AgNO3, and add few ml of aqua solution of NaCl. NaCl is called common salt. Common salt. Make a note of it. Common salt. Common salt. Next. So when these two are mixed together, then you will get white precipitate of silver chloride along with sodium nitrate. This is precipitate. White color. Please write the color white. Listen to me. Silver nitrate split up into Ag plus and NO3 minus. So if you have no idea about ions, please go to the ions video. I have done list of the ions video. Please go through that. It split up into Na plus and Cl minus. Exchanging of ions taking place. So silver combined with Cl minus, sodium combined with nitrate ion. Then you will get silver chloride along with sodium nitrate. In this one, silver chloride is a white color precipitate. Okay, right. Next one. Barium sulfate. Barium sulfate. Barium sulfate is a white precipitate. White precipitate. So it is obtained by the different kinds of chemicals. You can use number of chemical combinations are there. So let me write few combinations. Barium sulfate is obtained by the combination of sodium sulfate with barium chloride. Next, sulfuric acid with barium chloride. Barium chloride. Potassium sulfate with barium chloride. So I have written three combinations. Remember this one, but I would like to write equation, balanced equation only for one combination. So please copy these combinations as well, right? So let us take sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Sodium sulfate formula Na2SO4 aqua solution. When added to aqua solution of sodium sulfate, when added to aqua solution of barium chloride, what are the ions present in the sodium sulfate and barium chloride? Sodium sulfate, two sodium ions and one sulfate ion. Next, barium ion with two chloride ions. With two chloride ions. Sodium ions combined with chloride ions, barium ions combined with sulfate ions. Then you will get barium sulfate along with sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. This is the precipitate, especially white color precipitate. Copy, my dear. The white precipitate. So please list out some chemical reactions related to precipitate from the textbook. So if you have any doubt in the textual exercises of precipitation reactions, please comment in the comment box. Right. And one more example. When carbon dioxide gas passed through the calcium hydroxide solution is a lime water, then you will get calcium carbonate along with water. This is a white precipitate. It is not a double displacement reaction, but it is a reaction between acid and base. So non-metal oxide act as a acid, and this one is calcium hydroxide is a base. So in this one you will get white precipitate of calcium carbonate. So I hope you understand. These are the precipitation reactions. Is it clear to you, my dears? Right, very good. Please practice this all, and so don't skip any point. Please watch the video till end. Then you will get clear picture about double displacement reactions, and in this one especially precipitation reactions. In next session, I am going to explain neutralization reactions, because if you want to understand neutralization reactions, you have to know what is the acids and what is the bases. So that's why I would like to make that neutralization as separate video. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning, my dears. Have a nice day.